BCCI Secretary Jay Shah has announced that Gautam Gambhir, the mentor of the Kolkata Knight Riders, will be the next coach of Team India, replacing Rahul Dravid. Our consulting editor for sports, Nikhil Nas, joins us. Nikhil, when we were discussing India's big victory, we'd spoken about the prospects of Gambhir becoming the next coach. That's exactly what seems to have happened. Who all were in the fray and why was Gambhir picked over them?
Well, Rahul, usually, as you know, BCCI are very good at keeping secrets, but this was that rare occasion when everyone knew that Gautam was going to be India's coach, because what we had learned, you talk about that conversation we had a couple of days ago, what we had learned was that it was the BCCI that had initially approached Gautam Gambhir, and which is why it was a no-brainer that he was going to be the next coach of the Indian team. What we got to know, there were only two contenders in fray. There was Gautam Gambhir and there was W.V. Raman, another former India player who's had experience coaching the Indian women's national team as well. So there were only two contenders there. Gautam, as you know, comes with a great reputation, having played all formats. He's a new age coach, and I think that was one of the criteria that BCCI were looking at, that you needed a coach who's also played a lot of T20 cricket. You have been getting coaches that have had a lot of experience in test match cricket, in ODI cricket, but Gautam Gambhir as a player, and let's not forget as a coach too, spent a couple of seasons with the newly formed IPL franchise in Lucknow Super Giants, and they did very well under his mentorship when they reached the playoff stage on both occasions. And then the famous story, we believe, Shah Rukh Khan approached Gautam Gambhir, gave him a blank check, said you need to come back to the franchise that you captained to an IPL trophy. He joins them, and fairy tale, and he takes them to another title after a massive
So what
gap.
makes him special? Given the kind of personality he had, given that he's had a run in politics as a BJP MP from Delhi as coach, given the expectations, why do you think he's the right man for this job?
A couple of things for that, Rahul. One, as I mentioned, that they needed a player who's had experience playing T20 cricket as well as coaching T20 teams. You've had candidates in the past, stalwarts at that in test match cricket, ODI cricket. So now that T20 cricket has become very important, so needed that. Secondly, as I said, he comes with a lot of pedigree now in coaching too. He spent a good enough time being coaches at the IPL level. He's done well. And third, and I think the foremost thing that's really come into the fray, is that the BCCI did approach a lot of other big names, but no one was really committed to 12 months of travelling, 12 months of intense coaching and scrutiny that comes with the job of being an Indian coach. Gautam, on the other hand, went on to say that, listen, if the Indian team calls me, I'll even let go of Kolkata Knight Riders, where he had a fair hand under Shah Rukh Khan. He said, I'll let go of that. Every time the Indian team calls me, I'll go there. So those are the things that went into considering why Gautam Gambhir should be the favourite, and probably
what's his next big assignment?
What we're getting to know, Rahul, that the Indian team, as we speak, are in Zimbabwe. Gautam himself was very keen to go to Zimbabwe, but because the announcement hadn't come, the Indian team has sent an interim coach in VVS Lakshman, who one point was the favourite to take over after Rahul Dravid, but then VVS Lakshman pulled out, saying that he cannot be coaching throughout those 12 months. Now the next big assignment that you will see Gautam Gambhir, not really a big assignment, but the first time you will see him be the coach of the Indian team will be end of the month. 27th of July is going to be the first T20 that India and Sri Lanka are going to be playing. India travelling to Sri Lanka for 3 T20Is, 3 ODIs. He'll be coaching there. But the big assignment is definitely going to be Champions Trophy. The Champions Trophy is a mini World Cup, for those of you who don't know, and also is scheduled to take place in Pakistan. If it does go ahead as planned, that's February 2025. That's going to be the next massive assignment that the Indian team will play under Gautam Gambhir.
Well, let's see how Gauti does as coach of the Indian team. This is a job he has built up some credentials for, and we wish him and Indian cricket all the best. Nikhil Nas, thank you for joining us.